Welcome, everybody, to this ChannelVision podcast with our good friends at Solutions Express, otherwise known as SolEx. And today we're going to explore how SolEx presents itself as an aggregator, but represents so much more than that in the industry. So I'm Brady Hicks, the managing editor for ChannelVision, and I'm joined by marketing manager for SolEx, Nick Patey. How you doing, Nick?
I'm doing great, Brady. How are you, sir?
I'm doing very well. I'm excited to finally sit down with you. I mean, I feel like it's been forever that we've been hashing over this podcast. If we could, to start out, tell us a little bit about Solex, about the company and its roots and its history.
Okay, thanks. Good afternoon, everybody. And Solex Solutions Express, we're a 30-year-old company uh, based in the roots of telecommunications deregulation, formed by Tom McCrossan Sr. Many years ago. We've taken a lot of turns in our history, but basically, as I say, we've always been about enabling partners and enabling customers to achieve more. One of the things about Solex is we've always positioned ourselves as a boutique service provider. We look at providing multi-vendor, multi-location solutions. We try and be forward-thinking, and we're always about trying to enable success, whether that's success for the end user or the partners we work through. We are exclusively channel. We don't have a direct sales force, so we're always about trying to help our channel partners to grow and to help our customers ultimately achieve the business goals that they have.
It's really interesting stuff, Nick. So where, in your opinion, where does Solex excel? What are the strong points there?
Well, as I mentioned earlier, Brady, at our core, we're really a multi-location, multi-vendor solution provider. We're really good at the hard stuff. And what I mean by that is blending different vendors, multi-locations, different technologies. Everybody can do simple, but where we're really, really good is when it comes about putting all the different piece parts together and providing a holistic solution, backing it up with white glove service, support, and putting everything, even non-telecom related items, if the customer requires that, on a single custom invoice.
Could you go into more detail about some of the hard stuff that you were talking about?
Yeah, sure. Well, there's lots of vendors and lots of different solutions. Some that will work well with customers' existing infrastructure and objectives, and some which maybe not so much. Telecom, or IT as it really is about delivering business results that make doing business more efficient and more effective. It's therefore about finding the very best solution for a client. And to do that, you not only need a wide portfolio from which you can select the best solution, but you also need the knowledge to find a solution that really delivers results for the customer. The point is that IT delivers the best results when it's engineered. And sometimes that engineering involves digging deeper into the details rather than just pushing out the first solution that comes to mind. Now at Solex, we have tenured professionals who can understand details, engineer solutions, manage complex installations, so that what the customer gets in the end is exactly what they really need.
Really interesting. So should we refer to Solex then as an aggregator of sorts?
Well, you can. A lot of people use that term, but I would like to think we're a lot more than that. We can and we do aggregate different providers, different vendors. But where we really excel is crafting solutions that not just win for the customer, but also win for the agent. I mentioned earlier, we only sell through agents. We don't have a direct sales force. So we're in a unique position in that we've been in the industry, as I mentioned earlier, for over 30 years. Some of the employees have been working for us in telecom for over 40 years. In fact, in my case, and it's kind of scary, it's almost 50 years. I think it's going to be 50 years next August or something like that. But we all know the technology. We all know the players in the industry, and that means we can get things done and make things happen. But we also know the channel, and we know that while you need to craft a solution that works for a customer, you also need to craft a deal that works for the channel partner too. Some want the lowest price. Some want a particular commission level. Some want something which is a bit more creative. Our ability to access multiple products from multiple vendors, plus the ability to be flexible, allows us to craft winning deals that some others are unable to deliver. In our company video, we use a phrase or tagline that says, "We turn aspirations into tangible business outcomes." And that's what we aim to do. A tangible outcome for the customer and a tangible outcome for the agent. a solution that meets each party's aspirations.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. And, if you think about it, there's a lot of evidence for that. I mean, you guys are the architects for a tailored, sort of flexible solution set that aligns with the very specific needs of both customers and partners. The tagline encapsulated perfectly, actually, turning aspirations into tangible business outcomes. Kind of moving forward, this year's ChannelVision Visionary Spotlight Awards. I see that Solutions Express has won three different categories. Best Channel Team for successive years now. Best Channel Partner Program, again for successive years. And that does speak to delivering what the partner needs. And in addition to that, now for successive years, multi-location deployments. So after hearing what you just said and seeing these awards and how they align with everything that you're saying, crafting deals that win for both the customer and the agent, it seems like you set out to achieve exactly what you're earning awards for.
Well, we certainly try, certainly try. I can't say, it's one of those things, you try and, you know, 99% of the time, hopefully you get it right, and maybe 1% you don't, but you certainly try. And you have to, yeah, I think in all of this, you have to remain humble. Just always look and say, how can we do it better? And, we have operations calls and, every week where we look at what we do and how we do it, and it's how do we improve and that sort of thing. You don't ever rest on your laurels.
Very interesting, Nick. In your opinion, is that why agents continually come to SolEx?
Well, I think, that's part of the reason, but I think there's a lot of other reasons too. And the first one is that we only sell through the agent channel. And the reason that's important is many other companies have multiple sales channels. Some struggle to manage those competing channels. You get channel conflict, certain channels feeling less favored, etc. We don't have any of that. We only sell through the agent channel. So we truly value agents because they're our lifeblood, and therefore we treat them accordingly. We reward them well. We not only pay good commissions, but as I mentioned earlier, we'll tailor deals to meet specific price and commission goals. We'll even consider commission advances if it's necessary to win a deal. And then we also have an excellent evergreen payment structure. There's a whole host of reasons agents come to us, and we list those on our, sorry, I'm going to do this advertorial, www.solex.com/partner. But bottom line is we recognize that like it is, an agency is a business. So we work to create and maintain a relationship with each of our agents based on mutual growth and mutual respect. We want to offer leading edge products that customers are seeking, but we want to equip our agents to be able to successfully articulate the value of what's on offer so they can close a higher percentage of deals when proposing a SolEx-backed solution. At the end of the day, time is valuable. So the more agents can achieve in terms of in the time that they spend, the greater return. Like us, the agents are business owners. They want to see their business grow. We therefore have a mutual objective, and that's what our partner program focuses on delivering.
Well, if we could kind of delve into some of the products that SolEx offers, I mean, that'd be great.
Okay, so basically, we have a portfolio that's based around three categories: voice and collaboration, data and networking, and security and SASE. Voice and collaboration is all about making it easy for businesses, allowing customers and individuals to effectively and efficiently communicate and collaborate regardless of location. Allowing people to interact clearly, quickly, unambiguously, exchange information, share ideas, solve problems, make decisions, and move forward. That's what business is about. So in this category, you find products like hosted PBX, Microsoft Teams, Cisco WebEx, faxing, conferencing, SIP trunking, POTS replacement, UCAS, all that sort of stuff. That's all in the voice and collaboration, making it easier to do business. Next category, of course, is data networking. This is about infrastructure. This is how the end-to-end connections are made and managed. So this could be internet, broadband, Ethernet private lines, but it could also include wireless, cellular backup, and one of our latest additions, low Earth orbit satellite. LEO satellite, that's exciting because it promises true ubiquitous coverage without the latency associated with traditional satellite. So it's receiving a lot of focus these days. It's getting closer to us to be able to offer high quality connections anywhere without the latency problem. I know that may sound weird, but even today, there are places where you can't get quality coverage. LEO satellite is set to change that. We're rolling it out now. It's getting great reviews. And when you pick from all these options and then you integrate it with something like SD-WAN, the customer can really now get reliable multi-medium connectivity at a fraction of what the cost used to be. Third category, security and SASE. It really follows on from data and networking. And the reason I say that is because if you have connections into your business, you really need to protect them so they cannot get compromised or infiltrated by those who shouldn't be allowed in. Here we offer a multitude of services like distributed denial of service protection, DDoS for short, anti-spam, anti-malware, intrusion detection. We also offer audit style services like penetration testing to determine how a customer's network would hold up under attack. These all sit in the security and SASE space.
Well, it sounds like a really exciting portfolio, Nick. It's just robust, really. Especially, and this is just my opinion, but the potential of LEO satellites to revolutionize connectivity in hard to reach areas that's going to be huge in the coming years. The comprehensive security solutions make SolEx a one-stop shop of sorts. See, to me, it's always fascinating to see how technology can bridge the gaps and make things more efficient. So you mentioned several products. What's the criteria exactly for adding to the portfolio? Could you maybe give me an example of a product you've recently added and why that is?
Yeah, sure. First of all, new products are added based upon customer need, market need, where the business is going to be in the future, or the challenges customers face or will face going forward. We're always looking for the best solutions to bring to market. And by that, I don't mean just competitively priced products, but ones which truly improve the way something's achieved. And I think a great example of this would be our Secure Access Service Edge, or SASE solution. Remember we talked earlier about SD-WAN? I mentioned that briefly. And you mentioned the fascination with technology bridging gaps, making things easier. And that's essentially what SASE does. Because in its most basic form, SASE is an amalgamation of SD-WAN, which is basically uses software to simplify the management and operation of a wide area network, and security, which we talked about earlier, about protecting data and preventing breaches and other harmful activities that could impact the enterprise. So bringing those two together, because traditionally networking and network management was one discipline and security was another. You'd buy the infrastructure and then you'd add security items around the edge to protect it, typically adding boxes and appliances and all the other stuff to perform the actual protection. You'd have to maintain those boxes. Every time you added nodes, you'd have to add more boxes. So everything became bigger and more cumbersome over time. But what SASE does is it converts all the security products and really into features, puts them in the cloud, and delivers them as a cloud rendered platform. So you don't need to have separate products and solutions that have to be all stitched together. Bottom line of it is, because the solution's cloud rendered rather than boxes and appliances, you can address customer needs simply. You converge security and networking, and you provide flexibility to accommodate office workers, remote workers, cloud-based applications, all from a central cloud-based source. Now, in terms of which product, the vendors we've partnered with them because they've been in the business for a long time. Their implementations are comprehensive. They provide speed, agility, flexibility, all the things that we're looking for here. We have a solution which is really the high-end solution for the big, large enterprise that wants everything. And then we have a solution which works for the small, medium business area as well. So we try and have a product portfolio which gives choices. There's this choice if you want this, there's that choice if you want that. We don't try and pigeonhole into people into things that don't really work for them. We're really about trying to provide the solutions that customers need. They're all elegant solutions that we come up with. And the bottom line of it is that we want a solution that's going to be intelligent enough to be able to work and give you what you want today, but also give you an eye on the future. So you don't have to just lift and replace all the time, something that will actually grow with you. Does that make sense?
No, totally. And it's actually really smart if you think about it. SolEx is essentially kind of looking to future-proof with an adaptive, comprehensive solution set that focuses on the customer need, evolving challenges, that sort of stuff. To me, it's always interesting how cloud rendered platforms eliminate the hassle of maintaining physical security appliances and streamline operations. it seems to me, again, like SolEx is all set to keep ahead of the curve and offer innovative, efficient solutions. Nick, let me ask you this, because we are coming up toward the end of our time here. Um, More than 30 years of SolEx and counting it. It's fascinating to think about. What's on the horizon for you guys?
That's an interesting question. And I think, ultimately communications collaboration, when I started back many, many years ago, it was still about the same thing, communications collaboration, getting things done. And it's true whether it's in business or whether it's outside. Over the decades, technology's really transformed the world from disparate countries into what we really should call a global village now. A global workforce, global economies. But to be successful, it still comes down to people. And some would say these days, of course, AI, which is something we're working on incorporating. But in the end, it all starts with people, people understanding each other, people collaborating, and people working together. So we're going to carry on looking at exciting new products and services, help our customers achieve more, collaborate more closely, but remembering above all that it's our customers and partners to whom we're accountable. They're the ones who judge us on our performance and ultimately decide whether they want to work with us or not. So for 30 years, we've tried to earn their trust and respect and retain customers by providing the best solutions and the best service. And honestly, I think we've done a pretty good job. But as I mentioned earlier, you always strive to be better, and that's what we're going to continue to do.
I love it. Nick, if people want more information, where can they go?
Best solution for that would be to go to our website, www.solexp for Solutions Express, solexp.com. Look there, you'll see all our portfolio of services. And as I say, there's a contact form on there as well. Please reach out to us if there's anything we can do to help you. We'd love to earn business from partners, end customers, and alike.
Well, thanks so much for the time.
Thank you, Brady. I appreciate it.
Of course, I appreciate it as well. Really informative stuff. Again, while you guys are online checking out the SolEx and all the great developments that they're having, don't forget to also visit channelvisionmag.com. On there, you can find great podcasts like this one, very informative, as well as CVTVs and webinars and white papers and daily postings, all sort of great on-demand content right there on channelvisionmag.com. Don't forget to also give us a like and a subscribe so you know when new episodes drop. And that's going to do it for today's Channel Vision podcast with our good friends, Solutions Express. Everybody take care.